To educate the general electorate, and for the sake of the nation and the future of the next generation, we must remind everyone to keep their eyes wide open and clearly identify who the true political leaders are, those who genuinely serve the country and its people. A vote is not just a piece of paper, it carries the destiny of the nation and the hopes of future generations. We must not let religious or racial sentiments cloud our judgment, leading us to make the wrong choice by voting for extremist politicians who exploit racial and religious issues. Below are key criteria to help voters distinguish true political leaders and make informed decisions. 1. Moral integrity and spirit of unity. Characteristics: true political leaders should possess high moral integrity, refusing to exploit sensitive issues such as race or religion to create division. They should strive to promote social harmony, foster understanding and cooperation among different ethnic and religious groups, and ensure national stability and prosperity. Examples: Nelson Mandela, South Africa. After the end of apartheid, Mandela chose not to seek revenge but instead established the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to promote racial reconciliation and national unity. His leadership exemplified high moral standards and respect for multiculturalism. Abdullah Ahmad Badawi, Malaysia. During his tenure, he advocated for Islam Hadhari, civilizational Islam, emphasizing inclusivity and harmony, and avoided using religious or racial issues to divide society, striving for the common development of all ethnic groups. Lee Kuan Yew. In Singapore, a nation of diverse races and religions, Lee Kuan Yew consistently upheld policies of racial equality and religious harmony, ensuring equal opportunities for all ethnic groups in nation-building and preventing racial and religious conflicts. Warning: only politicians with low moral standards exploit racial and religious issues for political gain. History has repeatedly shown that such politicians, once in power, often succumb to the temptation of money, eventually becoming involved in corruption and harming the interests of the nation and its people. 2. Policy proposals. Characteristics: a leader's policies should be clear, practical, and focused on people's livelihoods, such as education, healthcare, and employment, rather than being vague or serving only specific groups. Examples: former New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern promoted gun control, improved welfare, and addressed climate change, with policies closely aligned with public needs. 3. Transparency and accountability. Characteristics: leaders should make decision-making processes public, accept supervision from the public and media, and take responsibility for their actions. Examples: Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau regularly updated the public during the pandemic and responded to public concerns, demonstrating transparency. 4. Integrity and honesty. Characteristics: leaders should remain incorruptible, avoid conflicts of interest, and align their words with their actions. Examples: former Singapore Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew was renowned for his integrity, promoting anti-corruption efforts and establishing an efficient, transparent government. 5. Long-term vision. Characteristics: leaders should have long-term plans, focusing on sustainable development rather than short-term gains. Examples: former German Chancellor Angela Merkel pushed for energy transition, laying the foundation for long-term environmental and economic development despite short-term challenges. 6. Communication and listening. Characteristics: leaders should be skilled at communicating with the public, listening to different opinions, and maintaining an open attitude. Examples: former Norwegian Prime Minister Erna Solberg frequently engaged in direct dialogue with citizens, understood grassroots needs, and promoted inclusive policies. 7. Crisis management skills. Characteristics: leaders should remain calm and decisive during crises, effectively addressing challenges. Examples: South Korean President Moon Jae-in quickly implemented measures during the pandemic, effectively controlling its spread. 8. Track record. Characteristics: voters can judge whether a leader's words match their actions by examining their past performance. Examples: former U.S. President Barack Obama promoted healthcare reform during his presidency, fulfilling his campaign promises. Summary: true political leaders should not only possess policy competence, transparency, and integrity, but also demonstrate high moral integrity, refusing to exploit sensitive issues such as race or religion to create division. They should strive to unite different ethnic groups, promote social harmony, and drive national development. By observing a leaderess in a diverse society, voters can better judge whether they genuinely serve the nation and its people. Additionally, voters can further discern by Observing the leader's daily life, is it as simple as that of an ordinary person, or is it marked by luxury? Understanding their family background and upbringing, do they have a genuine to serve the people? Examining their team and allies, do they collaborate with honest and upright individuals, or are they associated with corrupt figures? Assessing their international reputation, do they earn respect for their country on the global stage? Call to action. Voters, remember this: your vote determines the future of the nation. Do not be swayed by short-term emotions or narrow racial and religious issues. Choose leaders who truly serve the country and its people, who possess moral integrity and a long-term vision. Only then can we ensure the nation's long-term stability and the well-being of future generations. Let us join hands and work together for a more just, harmonious, and prosperous society.